Hi, my name is Kelly. Thanks for joining me on this little experiment of mine. I want to see how the AI art generators interpret our favorite books into images using the words from the book, in much the same way that we form the image in our heads as we read the book. I only have one rule. I must use the first image AI creates for us, no alterations and no redos. This can lead to some wacky imagery. Both Mark Taronji and Crossfire want to see Fyodor Dostoevsky's Crime and Punishment interpreted through AI. You know what? I do too. I asked ChatGPT to tell me the story in 20 visual prompts and then input this information into Leonardo.ai, my preferred choice in text-to-image generators. This is how AI interprets Crime and Punishment. Raskolnikov, a tormented and conflicted soul wandering the dark and desolate streets of St. Petersburg. Raskolnikov's encounter with the cunning and manipulative pawnbroker, foreshadowing the moral dilemma that awaits him. The haunting presence of the yellowed and tattered pages of Crime and Punishment as a symbol of Raskolnikov's internal struggle. The vivid and chaotic dreams that plague Raskolnikov's restless nights, filled with haunting imagery and symbolism. Raskolnikov's descent into paranoia and guilt, portrayed through disorienting and fragmented visual sequences. The enigmatic figure of Porfiry Petrovich, the relentless investigator who slowly unravels Raskolnikov's secret. Raskolnikov's interactions with the destitute and downtrodden characters of Sonya Marmeladova and Marmeladov, highlighting the stark social disparities of the time. The tense and gripping moments leading up to the fateful act of murder, depicted through atmospheric and suspenseful visuals. The weight of guilt pressing on Raskolnikov's conscience, manifesting as a suffocating and haunting presence in his everyday life. Raskolnikov's internal battles with his own moral justifications and attempts to reconcile his crime with his own twisted ideology. The atmospheric and dimly lit apartment where Raskolnikov wrestles with his own conscience, surrounded by the remnants of his crime. The gripping courtroom scenes, filled with intense emotions and dramatic visual moments as Raskolnikov faces the consequences of his actions. The psychological torment and inner turmoil that Raskolnikov experiences, portrayed through striking and evocative imagery. Raskolnikov's encounters with the cunning and sinister Svidrigailov, who becomes a haunting presence in his life. The powerful redemption and transformation of Raskolnikov, symbolized by moments of self-reflection and spiritual awakening. The intense cat-and-mouse game between Raskolnikov and Porfiry Petrovich, illustrated through gripping and suspenseful visual sequences. The emotional reunion and forgiveness between Raskolnikov and Sonya, conveying the healing power of love and compassion. The haunting specter of Raskolnikov's crime, represented through recurring visual motifs and symbols throughout the narrative. The atmospheric and gloomy setting of St. Petersburg, reflecting the moral decay and despair that permeate the story. The ultimate resolution and catharsis as Raskolnikov confronts his own conscience and embraces the path to redemption, portrayed through visually striking and emotionally resonant moments. The avant-garde noir style of art exhibited in these images is really cool, and I think it represents the story in a very introspective way. Thank you, Mark and Crossfire, for the great suggestion. AI certainly has fun with the idea of going mad, doesn't it? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment with your favorite story. The more stories we have as a baseline, the more tests we can run later, as I plan on rerunning the previous videos with the same visual prompts at a later date, showing the side-by-side comparisons of each image, comparing them, and watching as AI grows up. We'll see you next time. Take care.